Hey guys, y'all hungry? Well, let's cook something. Tonight we're gonna make pork chop casserole with some mashed potatoes and black-eyed peas. So we're gonna take our pork chops and we're gonna season those with pepper, salt, and garlic salt. And then we're gonna do the same thing with our flour. You need 1 cup of flour, season that with salt, pepper, and garlic salt. And we're going to just dredge our pork chops in the flour. Shake it off a little bit, put it in the pan. I've got about, I don't know, a 1/4 cup of grease in here. We just kind of want to cover the bottom just to brown the pork chops. And then we're going to put them in a casserole dish and put those in the oven. So let's get the pork chops to browning. Get this party started. Once your pork chops have browned on one side, we're going to turn them over and brown the other side. About 4 minutes on each side. We just want to get them a little brown before we put them in the oven. Once our pork chops are ready, we're going to put them in a 9x13 casserole dish, baking pan. I cook 6. You don't have to cook that many. If you want to cook 4, if you're not feeding that many people, you can just cook 4. So after we do that, we're going to put our gravy sauce on there. We've got 1 can of cream and mushroom soup. Got 3/4 cup of chicken broth. And if you watched my videos before, you know that I make my own chicken broth out of chicken bouillon, and it's the granular kind. It's not the cubes. It dissolves faster when it's in the granular kind. Then we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of rosemary, a 1/2 teaspoon of ginger, a 1/2 cup of sour cream. We're going to give this a good mix and we're going to pour it all over our pork chops. All that yumminess out of the bowl. Spread that around your pork chops so that way they're all covered. And then we're going to take some French's crispy fried onions and we're going to put that all over the top of this. Just about half of a 2.8 ounce can. And when it's done, we're going to put the rest of it on the top. So right now we're just going to use half. Get a little bit on every pork chop. We're going to cover this with foil and bake it in the oven at 350 for about 35 minutes. Our pork chops have been in the oven for 35 minutes. Let's take the foil off. Looks good. And we're going to sprinkle on, actually I think it says stir it up. I think it says stir it up a little bit. The recipe says add another 1/2 cup of sour cream. I just don't think we need to do that. I mean, I think there's enough gravy here and I think we're good. You can do that if you want to. Okay. We're gonna put some more of these onions on there. We're gonna pop it back in the oven for 10 more minutes and let these onions crisp up. And then we'll be ready to eat dinner. Okay, these are hot out of the oven and it smells really good. While this was baking in the oven for the 30 minutes, I made some mashed potatoes and some black-eyed peas. So we're ready to get this all plated up. I have one of my aunts, my uncle made fun of her so bad, I teased her. He said she could never get everything ready at the same time. It was one thing, one mashed potatoes would be ready, then the black-eyed peas would be ready, then the pork chops would be ready. But I don't know how true that is, but he used to tease her about that all the time. So we're going to take just a little bit of this gravy, put it on our mashed potatoes. Give me some more gravy. Okay. Look at that. Hey, babe. Supper's ready.